It's finally here. The official One UI 7 update has landed, and we've got everything you need to know. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. Late last night, I got the full One UI 7 update on my Galaxy Fold Special Edition. It's now starting to roll out in Korea, and I don't have a Korean device, except I do. It's the Z Fold Special Edition right here. And this has got all the One UI 7 goodies that we've come to know from the beta, now in its final form. It was a massive update, 5,000 megabytes or just over 5 gigabytes of size to install on this phone. And to go with that, the changelog is massive. When we dive into all changes in the changelog, you'll see that Galaxy AI kind of dominates the start of it. But it's not that's all that's there. You keep scrolling through, you're going to see a lot of information to do with little tiny things to do with One UI 7. If I scroll through my screen recording here, quick panel, which we know about, improved camera modes, improved camera features, motion photo stuff, more video editing, including auto trimming your videos, which we saw on the Galaxy A56. And then you've got health stuff, productivity stuff, including some fold specific things, which I found quite useful, and just a whole bunch of things. So let's just go through an overview over the One UI 7 update in its final form, show it off next to the S25 series, which, as we know, isn't the final version of One UI 7, and just see what we have to look forward to. So here is One UI 7 in all its glory. First thing, obviously, to note is the new way you interact with it. So the left swipe down will be for notifications, right swipe down will be for your quick panel. And then you can expand your quick panel like that and go on that way. You also swipe up to get into your app drawer, which is now a vertical app drawer. Again, positive move a lot of people have been asking for, with the obvious way of being able to scroll up and down with a scroll wheel. You can, of course, change both of these things back. In sort, you can go to custom order, and then you can also clean up the pages to make it back the way you're used to having it before. But I honestly think that alphabetical order in this vertical swipe is a nice sort of fluid way of interacting. Quick panel can also be changed, as I showed off in yesterday's video, with the edit toggle, where you can make it together, and then it then sort of brings it back to the way it was before, with a single swipe being quick panel toggles, brightness, and notifications, and then a next swipe down is like that. Now, part of this update that sort of happened is that you could bring the media player back into the live notifications, and that exists. So if I open up Spotify, and I'm literally just going to play anything at this point. I went to see Conrad Sewell on the weekend, so he'll be a good one for me to play. And then the quick panel has the notification panel, has your live notification, and that also sits up the top. And that is also part of the Now bar, which has come across to the Z Fold Special Edition with One UI 7, where you can interact and change tracks. I'll be very curious to see what version of the Now bar we have here, whether it's like the S23 Ultra that I showed off the other day, or whether it's going to be the one that's on the S25 Ultra that sits in the spot where it should be. Wait and see what time. You also can see the battery icon is the fatter, higher version, but it's going to be curious to see the charging. So I do have a charger here, so I'll just bring this across, plug it in, see the animation, nice and fluid. Everyone will be happy to know that, because everyone's been complaining about the S25 version, whereas the Fold Special Edition gets the right one. There's other things too, like there's some more sort of customizable home screen settings where you can change the app size, you can put labels or take the labels off. That's kind of new to One UI 7. We knew that way back with the beta. What I want to go through is the Galaxy AI features, because this is, I guess, the biggest fat of the update. This is where a lot of the new features have come from, this menu right here. I'll get what's not there out of the way right away. Now brief. Samsung have not, with the full version of One UI 7, at least on the Fold Special Edition, not put the Now brief in. I'll be curious to know why, And I'll also be curious to see if it's maybe a One UI 8 feature that comes with the next version. As of now, it's not here, but everything else is. You've got the audio eraser feature, which was on the S25 series. You've got the new drawing assist, which brings with it the ability to do drawings, image prompts, and text prompts to generate images. And it's not just generating images just for the sake of it. There is styles that it generates. So I can do red car as an oil painting, and that's going to generate a red car in the style of an oil painting, as we can see. And the good thing with this one too is you can actually change the strength of it. If you don't want it to match it too strong or too correct, you can sort of loosen the strings a little bit. Also, the new photo assist is here where the new generative edit exists. And this new generative edit is so powerful, honestly. So if we go in here and we take a photo of this, it's got to download because it's a cloud-based photo. Generative edit will literally remove my hand from my face. So if I select that, I don't want to remove my whole face. Let's just go ahead and select. Yeah, close enough. So if I hit that and hit generate, this will now remove the hand and reconstruct my face. This is the new generative edit that Samsung have implemented on the S25, which is now on the Fold Special Edition, and future versions of One UI 7 hopefully get this as well with, especially last year's phones. They should definitely all get this feature. Did a really good job. So they're the main Galaxy AI updates that you really need to know about. The rest of them have kind of existed before. They now just maybe function a little bit smoother. Like the transcript assist, you now get a little bit less sort of friction in terms of how you perform it. It can auto transcribe and auto summarize. There's some options in there to do that as well. What else is new is to do with the camera. Now, when we click on the camera here and go into it, you immediately notice the new interface. So it's completely redesigned in terms of what it offers. You've got the modes down the bottom still, but everything has now been made more one-handed, including the More tab, which gets down the bottom here. Expert RAW also got this interface update. However, it didn't get virtual aperture that we saw on the S25 Ultra. So the labs features are still the same as they were before. There's no virtual aperture feature here. What I was very curious to find is that Samsung have not brought log video recording to the Fold Special Edition like they didn't with the Flip in the beta. So if I go into advanced video options, there's no log video. I was very excited for the concept of log on the Fold, purely because I love using this in flex mode, where I can balance like this, and then I can use the top half for filming and the bottom half for control and have a tripod. That's not going to be possible with the Fold Special Edition and likely the Fold 6 as well, because there's no log. What is new though is the motion photo, where it will actually extract a better face. So we can test that out in real time. I'll take just a front face selfie because, you know what? The Fold is for this, so I'm going to do it the right way. Rear cam selfie on. And I blinked. Well, captured me not blinking, so that's good. But if I go to the edit tab here and I go to the 4 dots, there is going to be a choose best face toggle right there. So if I hit that, it's going to find the best faces and extract it, and then give me the option of changing them out. So if I didn't like the options that it gave me, I can go to view more and then scroll through, and you'll see there's one of me smiling, and I can select that and swap it out. And now I have a smiling photo instead of a normal demeanor. Hit save, and now I have a photo of me smiling, whereas before I didn't. That's also new to One UI 7. So the other one I mentioned before was auto trim, to do with video. So if you go into the Galaxy Studio that's in the gallery and you select a video, there is an option here now to automatically trim all your clips down to the highlights. It's this little button here, and then what it's going to do is generate using AI and cut each clip down to just the things it needs. So it's got little sections, and then you can choose whether you want it to be short, and it'll change it to be shorter again. And you can see it's almost like if you put a long form video in, it'll just clip everything down, and then you can sort of apply that, and then that becomes the video. So it's just cut everything out and giving you a smaller version of it. I like that. There's been some updates to Quick Share as well. So if we go into our settings, into connected devices and into Quick Share, you will see that there's a new button here called Allow Sharing over Internet. What this will do is if there's not a connection between the devices, it will use the internet, whether Wi-Fi or mobile data, to share that file across. I really like that. But there's also a new way in the quick panel to initiate and find nearby devices with the nearby devices toggle. If you click that and you sort of set it up through the prompts, allow all of that stuff, you'll be able to drag to connect to devices that are around you. So I've got my S25 Ultra, drag that in, but apparently that does not support drag to connect, which is just a lie because it's right there. I generally don't understand how you need to get this to work. I really don't, because at the moment, it's just nothing works. It does not work. It does not work. And some other miscellaneous sort of settings is to do with the battery. So if we go into the battery here, there's some extra battery protection settings. So you have maximum, which is 80%, adaptive, which is stopping at 80%, and then it uses your sleep patterns to determine when it should charge it up, or basic, which will just drop it down to 95% and then just keep topping it up to 100 throughout when you're charging. I mentioned the now bar before. Just to really show it off here, you can see all of the now bar toggles that you have. Sports from Google, media player, which I showed you, maps, Samsung Health, interpreter, clock, voice recorder, Samsung Notes, emergency sharing. All of that is there, accessible with now bar, as well as your modes and routines, which also exists. And a fold-specific One UI 7 feature is to do with the taskbar. Taskbar is a thing that sits down the bottom there that it's permanently docked, allows you to easily switch between apps as you sort of need to, and you go in and you swap very, very quickly. Now, you've always been able to hide it by sort of long pressing down in the corner, but Samsung have replaced that now with the setting where you can auto hide in the taskbar, auto hide when apps are opened, and you just have to simply swipe up at the bottom to bring the dock back up. So I imagine that will also make its way to tablets too, but this is first going to be on the Fold and 6 and Special Edition. And I imagine Fold 5 as it sort of goes down the list. Now, look, that is the Fold Special Edition One UI 7 version that launched in Korea. What I will do is, as time goes on, as I discover more about One UI 7's final version, I'll try and do a video on the things that don't get often spoken about, maybe things like Game Booster and some of those settings that are there, just take a little bit of time to find. All we know is that it's here. One UI 7 in all its glory is now final. The version is final, and it has things that even the S25 series doesn't. Things like the media player being in the live notifications, and things like the updated charging animation, which hopefully this will get. Hit subscribe to follow along the One UI 7 journey. This only came out a matter of hours ago, so I'm putting it together and reacting to it in real time. So hopefully as we have more time, there'll be more information to pass on. So see you guys next time. Thanks.